right, good morning, everyone. I would like to first and foremost thank the Media Post team for once again picking a great location for the show. Thank you for all the sponsors for setting up all the cocktail parties and the generous buffets and so on. Yesterday was great, but I took a early night because I was speaking this morning and I still don't have the courage to push through a wild night and then do a speech. But I understand that some of you have continued, so please enjoy your breakfasts. I'm gonna be very light. I'm gonna start very very easy, quiz time, and I would just like you to. You don't have to shout out the answer. I'm not gonna pick any of you and make you answer me in front of everyone. But what I'm gonna do is I just want you to, in your mind, think what the correct answer is, and let's see how you do. The question here is how much time on average it takes a modern consumer to make a shopping decision, and it can be 5.2 seconds, 13.7 seconds, and 8.4. So one of them you can think. For some reason, they're labeled BBC, but it should be, but it should be ABC.
B for sure.
B for sure. And it's a trick question, so neither of the B's or the C was correct. It only takes modern shoppers as little as 2.6 seconds on average to make a decision. So that's not very much time you have to capture an audience. And in less than 5 seconds, I've also lost your trust because I tricked you. So, but let's try again. One more. It's actually going to be one and two more, but that's okay. How did the customer acquisition cost change in the last 10 years? It decreased by 36%. It increased by over 200%. Or it kind of remained the same for the last 10 years. Answer here, it's not a trick question. But that doesn't make it much more comfortable because in the last 10 years there was a 222% increase in customer acquisition cost. So not only you have less time to capture your audience, but you also have to pay much more money than you used to in the past. And last, again, one more question I would like to pose. What is the prognosis for retail e-commerce sales worldwide in 2026? It was 6.9, so $7 billion this year. A, it will drop to $6.2 billion. B, it will rise to $7 billion. And C, it will rise even more to $8 billion. And the answer is, yes, it's C. So, the growth projected here is very significant, over $8 billion in 2026 in retail e-commerce sales worldwide. So, through these questions, I try to illustrate that the challenge we are having is that we have very little time to appeal to an audience. The change that we are all having to grow accustomed to is the rising costs in consumer acquisition. But there is also an opportunity buried under all this struggle in that if you succeed in reaching your audience, it is and it will be rewarding as the market is constantly on a rise. And one of the ways to seize this opportunity is investing your attention in commerce media. Commerce media is advertising that connects shoppers with products and services throughout the modern consumer journey. It utilizes the advantages of retail media, but expands beyond just the point of purchase to all physical and digital channels. It enables you to foster relevant and streamlined shopping experiences for the audience. It targets high-intent consumers without compromising data privacy, and it turns very organic media interactions into shoppable moments. So you're creating opportunities that are very streamlined, very pleasurable to use, and it's very native in the mind of a consumer that suddenly he's making a purchase. Now, the consumer targeted with large amounts of ads on daily basis gets overwhelmed. Visiting new platforms and searching through new products every couple of minutes, they are less likely to want to engage with any of the ads. Capturing that consumer's attention during the moment of his highest intent by simplifying that consumer journey and providing a great experience to him is key. Your advertising campaigns will only work if you reach your potential customers where a modern customer is, on just the right platform, such as apps, search engines, content sites, social media channels, comparison sites, or buy now, pay laters. You can scale your campaigns' effectiveness by driving incremental revenue, by being at the right place at the right time. Zeropark is a commerce media network. We provide advertising and monetization services globally. And through Zeropark, you can simply enhance your reach without any additional workload. We provide incremental performance with new streams of customers, delivering scalable growth and high-end campaign management to the brands that we work with. And case study time, yes, we work with many brands, one of them being a luxury fashion brand, well-known company in the US market. Customer base, mostly women seeking designer clothing for everyday occasions. The focus here being the expectation of the highest quality whilst not compromising sustainability. The brand came to Zeropark Commerce Media to find the right audiences. It needed to have full control over placements, as because of the brand's niche, it was important to convey the message to the right people, people who were actually interested in buying the brands, as opposed to people who were enticed by a fancy creative and so on. It needed to become visible to the consumers in the commerce media before their competitors, making sure that they were where the consumer was at that time and where the consumer wanted to make a purchase. And the results was that by enabling commerce media solution, the brand was able to reach its target audience, driving very satisfying ROAS for a very short time period. So we tested it very easily, providing some significant results, and then we were able to start scaling and moving upwards. But in just a short period of time, we were able to show the incremental influence and the profit that we can drive for a brand such as this. This was achieved by increasing visibility on the best matching placements, where the most competent users were present and they were looking for to make a purchase. So we made sure that that brand was where the consumer was, where he wanted to buy. When he's not on Google, when he's not on Meta, he's somewhere else, and he wants to purchase right over there, and that's where you have to be. I wanted to keep this presentation short, so thank you for your attention. If you want to talk to me in more detail, please feel free to find me at any point during the show. I am also accompanied by Munish. Munish is over there in the corner, but he's waving at you right now. We are both available. So please, come to us, have a drink. I'm sure there's gonna be a few because yes, it's Friday in Nashville, and I went outside for lunch on my first day here, which was Monday, and I came back at 8 o'clock. You know, so it was a longer lunch than expected. So yeah, thank you again for the attention. Please enjoy the rest of the show, and hopefully we will have more time to chat later. Thank you.